Today we're diving into a topic that affects millions of people worldwide: chronic pain. Living with persistent pain isn't just a physical battle. It's a profound mental and emotional challenge that can impact every aspect of your life. But what if I told you that your mind could be your most powerful ally in managing that pain? It might sound counterintuitive, but the way we think about and react to pain signals can dramatically change our experience of them. It's not about mind over matter in a simplistic sense, but about using the incredible power of our brains to reshape our relationship with pain. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 evidence-based psychological strategies proven to help reduce chronic pain perception and improve your quality of life. This isn't just about positive thinking or wishful advice. Each of these 5 techniques is a robust, scientifically validated approach that has been shown to make a real, measurable difference for people just like you. We're going to explore the how and the why behind each one, looking at the mechanisms that make them effective and the research that backs them up. For each strategy, I'll be breaking down exactly what it is, how it works, and I'll even point you to a specific cited study that demonstrates its effectiveness. My goal is to equip you with knowledge and practical tools that you can start exploring today. Understanding these concepts is the first step toward taking back control from chronic pain and building a more fulfilling life. So grab a notepad, get comfortable, and let's get into the science of pain management. First up, let's talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This is a cornerstone of psychological treatment for so many conditions, and for good reason. It's incredibly effective for chronic pain. The core idea of CBT is that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all interconnected. When you live with chronic pain, it's easy to fall into negative thought cycles like, "This pain is never going to end," or "I can't do anything I enjoy anymore." These thoughts aren't just thoughts. They generate feelings of hopelessness, frustration, and anxiety, which in turn can make the physical sensation of pain feel even worse. It creates a vicious feedback loop that can be incredibly difficult to break. CBT helps you break that cycle. It works by teaching you to identify these automatic negative thought patterns, what we call cognitive distortions, and actively challenge them. A trained therapist helps you examine the evidence for and against these thoughts and gradually replace them with more balanced, realistic, and helpful ones. For instance, instead of thinking, "My day is ruined because of my back pain," you might reframe it as, "I have back pain today, but I can still find ways to adapt my activities and find moments of enjoyment." This isn't about ignoring the pain, but about changing your cognitive and emotional response to it, which reduces the overall distress and can even lower the perceived intensity of the pain itself. And the science on this is solid. A major meta-analysis published in JAMA Internal Medicine in 2017 looked at numerous studies and found that CBT consistently leads to significant improvements in pain outcomes, reduces disability, and lifts mood in individuals with chronic pain. This isn't a fringe idea. It's a validated medical intervention. The key is working with a qualified therapist who can guide you through the process of identifying your specific harmful thought patterns and developing personalized strategies to replace them. It's an active, collaborative process that empowers you to change your brain's response to pain from the inside out. Next, let's explore a strategy that's gained a lot of traction lately, and for very good reason: mindfulness-based stress reduction, or MBSR. While CBT is about actively changing your thoughts, mindfulness takes a different approach. It's about changing your relationship to your thoughts and sensations. When you experience a flare-up of chronic pain, the natural reaction is to tense up, resist it, and get caught in a storm of negative emotions and physical tension. This reaction, this fight against the pain, actually amplifies the signals in your nervous system. Your brain interprets this internal struggle as a greater threat, which can make the pain feel more intense and overwhelming. MBSR teaches you to do the opposite. Through practices like meditation and body scans, you learn to observe your pain without judgment. Instead of immediately reacting with fear or frustration, you practice acknowledging the sensation, noticing where it is, what it feels like. Is it sharp, dull, throbbing? And just letting it be, without getting swept away by the emotional story that usually comes with it. This practice of non-reactive observation helps to calm the nervous system. It dials down that fight or flight response that so often accompanies pain, reducing your overall reactivity and creating a sense of inner calm even when the pain is present. A fantastic study published in the journal Pain in 2016 provided strong evidence for this. Researchers found that participants who completed an MBSR program reported significant reductions in pain-related distress and showed marked improvements in their ability to cope with their condition. The beauty of this strategy is its accessibility. You don't need any special equipment. You can start today by simply setting aside 10 minutes for a daily mindfulness meditation. There are tons of guided meditations available online that can walk you through the process. The goal isn't to make the pain disappear, but to cultivate a peaceful mind that is no longer controlled by it. Our third strategy is acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT. This one can be a real game changer, especially for those who feel like their life has been completely defined by their pain. ACT has two main components, as its name suggests: acceptance and commitment. The acceptance part can be tough to grasp at first. It does mean giving up or resigning yourself to a life of suffering. Instead, it means accepting the reality that pain is a part of your present experience and stopping the exhausting and often fruitless struggle to eliminate it completely. It's about letting go of the rope in that constant tug-of-war with your pain. Once you can reduce the energy spent fighting the pain, you free up psychological resources for the second part, commitment. This involves identifying what is truly important to you in life, your values. What kind of person do you want to be? What truly matters to you, whether it's being a present parent, a creative artist, a dedicated friend, or someone who loves nature. ACT helps you clarify these values and then commit to taking actions that are aligned with them, even in the presence of pain. The focus fundamentally shifts from getting rid of pain to building a rich, full, and meaningful life, the pain. The evidence supports this powerful shift in perspective. A study from 2011 demonstrated that individuals who underwent ACT showed significant improvements in how much pain interfered with their lives and reported a higher overall quality of life. They may have still had pain, but it no longer sat in the driver's seat. Instead of their world shrinking around their pain, they learned to expand their world around their values. So I encourage you to think, what would you do if pain wasn't holding you back? Start by taking one small, value-driven step in that direction. Strategy number 4 is one of my personal favorites because it's all about empowerment through knowledge. It's called Pain Neuroscience Education, or PNE. For centuries, we've operated under a very simple but ultimately incorrect model of pain. That pain is purely a measure of tissue damage. You cut your finger, it hurts. The bigger the cut, the more it hurts. But with chronic pain, this model completely falls apart. Many people with chronic pain have no identifiable tissue damage, or their pain is wildly out of proportion to what scans might show. This is where PNE comes in. PNE teaches you the modern science of pain. That pain is a complex experience created 100% by the brain to protect you. It's an alarm system. In chronic pain, this alarm system becomes oversensitive and hypervigilant. It's like a smoke detector that goes off from a piece of toast. Understanding this fundamental concept, that pain is processed in the brain and is not just a direct signal from damaged tissues, is profoundly liberating. It helps to reduce fear and catastrophizing. When you understand that your pain doesn't necessarily mean you are causing more damage, you become less afraid of movement and activity. Multiple studies, like those reviewed back in 2011, have shown that simply educating patients about the neuroscience of their pain can have incredible therapeutic effects. It reduces kinesiophobia, the fear of movement, and improves confidence in people's ability to move their bodies. This knowledge fundamentally reframes the pain from a terrifying sign of damage to a faulty, overprotective alarm signal that can be retrained. I strongly advise anyone with chronic pain to learn about the role of the central nervous system, neuroplasticity, and how your brain creates the experience of pain. It can be the key that unlocks the door to recovery. Our final strategy, graded exposure to feared activities, builds directly on the last one. Once you understand that pain isn't always a sign of harm, you can start to challenge the fear that has kept you from moving. When you live with chronic pain, it's natural to start avoiding activities that you believe will cause a flare-up. You stop bending over, You avoid lifting things, you quit your favorite hobby. While this avoidance makes sense in the short term, over time it's incredibly detrimental. Your world shrinks, your muscles get weaker, and your brain becomes even more convinced that those movements are dangerous, making the pain system even more sensitive. Graded exposure is the systematic, gentle process of reversing this. It involves creating a hierarchy of feared activities from the least scary to the most scary. You then start by slowly and deliberately reintroducing the least threatening activity. The key is to do it in small, tolerable doses, what we call pacing. You do just enough to challenge yourself without causing a major flare-up. The goal isn't to push through the pain, but to show your brain through experience that this movement is safe. It's a process of desensitizing your nervous system. This isn't just a theory, it's a proven therapeutic technique. A study from 2008 showed that a graded exposure program significantly reduced disability and pain-related fear in people with chronic back pain. By successfully performing a small, feared movement, you provide your brain with powerful evidence that contradicts its fearful predictions. This builds confidence and momentum. Over time, you gradually work your way up your hierarchy, slowly but surely reclaiming movements and activities you thought you had lost forever. It's about rebuilding trust between your brain and your body, one small, successful step at a time. So there you have it. 5 powerful psychological strategies to help you tackle chronic pain. From reframing your thoughts with CBT, to calming your nervous system with mindfulness, finding purpose with ACT, empowering yourself with knowledge through PNE, and reclaiming movement with graded exposure. These 5 psychological strategies are backed by solid science and can help you manage chronic pain more effectively, not by magically erasing it, but by fundamentally changing your relationship with it. The common thread here is that you have more agency than you think. Your brain is plastic, it can change, and these tools can help you guide that change in a positive direction. Remember, this video is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. It's absolutely crucial that you consult with your healthcare professionals, your doctor, a physical therapist, or a psychologist, before starting any new therapy or making significant changes to your pain management plan. They can help you determine which of these strategies are most appropriate for your specific condition and guide you through the process safely and effectively. This is about building a comprehensive, personalized toolkit for your well-being. Thank you so much for watching and for investing this time in your health. I truly hope you found this information valuable. If you have experience with any of these strategies or have questions, please share them in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else on their journey. Sharing our experiences is how we learn and grow as a community. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more evidence-based health content. Stay healthy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.